WanderingWinder here with some more Dominion. Okay, so 4-2 here. Rats with animal fare and stonemason. You can mason the animal fares to gold for your encampments, which are the best draw here. So I'm wondering about mason for encampments and wishing well, with the idea of taking animal fares. Maybe just going for rats first is better. I'm gonna go rats. Do I want develop? There's no good fives. Makes develop less appealing. Gonna try this, I think. And actually, I think we're gonna save a state here. Okay, so now I'm probably gonna fire off one of these encampments. No, 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 no. I'm gonna save a copper and to turn the mason into an animal fare. Now I'm gonna mason for mason and only one of those. So the concept here is to just mason animal fares for golds. Here I'm probably just going to buy a wishing well. Don't need to save anything right now. Alternatively, I could fire this off. This gives me a plunder. Okay. I have a stonemason and animal fare down there. So I think what I want to do is save an encampment, grab another animal fare, and then here we're gonna just grab a couple plunders, save the encampment again. Okay. So now I have quite some plunders. I have a decent number of encampments. We're going to need to get some draw up, but we want to get the last plunders as well. Should help us in the long game. You're going to have this deck full of rats, which is fine, but would not be exciting to me. Do have to worry a little bit about piles. Looks like I'm going to get at least one more plunder here. And I think I'm going to save a plunder here, just to have something to keep this encampment around and play it. What do I want to do here? I mostly want to add draw. So I think what we're going to do, this lets us save a copper, buy an animal fare, overpay for advisors. Which seem a bit safer than Wells to me. I have 6-point lead, which I think is going to be hard for you to overcome while also piling, and the long game I think should favor me because I have more encampments and more plunders. This should be a guaranteed draw off your well if you remember what the cards are. So you have 5 rats in your deck. You still have 3 coppers in your deck. You're a bit thinner than me. Don't think I would say you're much thinner than me, but you are a bit thinner than me. I think I'm going to need to score here as pile out protection. Protection in the short game, which is, I think, the only game that I can lose here. But at some point, these rats start being quite poor for you. So your terminal situation is also going to be an issue. But like, you can take wells for a while, but develop. Again, your terminal situation I would be concerned about were I you. I don't think you have a win here. Yeah, there's just no way you're scoring enough and piling. You're probably kind of close to piling, but you're not also going to score enough. Really don't think. You can rats autopile, and you can make some money off this animal fare. And you can develop into another animal fare, but then you don't have the terminal space to play at all. Yeah, silver makes sense by then. Probably going to save this gold and buy a province here. We're definitely just going to fire this off. Okay, so now I really need to score to stop an immediate loss. You have just 1 plunder? Well, hold on. Let's check for wins here. Mason, animal fare. If I Mason plunder, then I have 8, 5, 9. I'm a money short, but that also points short. Okay. This is 10 money. I actually think I want to buy a state here. Because, again, I'm pretty sure I'm only losing short. But I think I might lose short. So there's 10 rats gone. You have 4 rats in your deck. You have 2 stonemasons, I think, and 2 animal fairs, perhaps. Wow. This is great wishing. I like how I'm playing this game. I think I also might lose, but, you know, first player and such can happen. I don't understand what this develop is doing. So you have 2 more wishing wells and some more. Wow! I wish I could wish that well when I get wishing well. Oh, you miss one. Boo hoo. You could probably play rats now to clear that off. There is. Okay. There's a develop in your deck. There's some number of animal fairs. There's an encampment. Well, this has got to be a duchy and I guess a wishing well. But it's a little bit weird that you didn't develop before the last wishing well, because that would make it a guaranteed draw. Unless you're not taking wishing well. Okay. Okay. This is all this is. Fantastic. You're going to buy province. And you've presumably saved the plunder here. Probably plunder. It's 1, 2... Sure? I was trying to figure out how far this is going. I'm very confused as to why the order matters. Very confused. Oh, that's a good reason why. Okay, so I need to save and buy duchy, I think. I don't want a duchess, not in this deck. Again, we're just going to fire encampment off here. Yeah, these advisors, not particularly good for me. Developing animal fair, that makes a lot of sense. This isn't a win though, okay. Very nice to be able to hold on to all this stuff. You're going to deny me plunder. I could triple duchy here if I mason this animal fair. Don't see what I'm doing that's better than that. It's got to be better than province, right? Yeah, maybe your deck is better in the long game? I don't know. These advisors are looking a bit sad. This is a province. This is just going to be a duchy for me. Again, all a bit sad, but what are you going to do? I have to figure out the order I want to play these cards if and when I get a turn, which is obviously not entirely clear. Okay, so you had one great turn with your wells, but after that it's been less good. I guess it probably averages out. This animal fair could be the undoing of me. This is double province, probably. You want to do this in the other order. Yeah. Well played.